So I've been reading a lot of these comments, about these ignorant friggin' people, very ignorant people that support Kamala Harris. So here's another one of their big arguments. They're like, "Hey, father, you don't know what you're talking about with politics." Okay, first of all, Kamala Harris is not the president. She's the vice president. Okay. Second of all, before anything, before the president could sign an order and make it into law, like I don't know this, it has to get passed by the Senate. It's got to get passed by the House. No shit. Okay, so they're finding every excuse. They're finding every excuse in the world to defend Kamala Harris. Okay, meaning she's off the hook in their eyes. She's off the hook. She's not the president. She's the vice president. And even if she was the president, things got to get passed in the House. Things got to get passed in the Senate before the president can sign it into law. Okay, so let me tell you. Let's go by each argument. I wish these people would show up to the live stream to debate me. See, they don't have the balls to do it. They don't have the balls to come to my live stream and debate me. They're what's called tough guys, keyboard warriors. They go behind their keyboards and they type. What's up there, Justin? Listen, it's very very simple. It's not complicated. Okay, President Joe Biden stepped out of the presidential race. This is not complicated. This is not. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be Sigmund Freud. You don't have to be Albert Einstein to figure this out. Why did he step out of the presidential race? Bottom line is he's not fit to be president. Okay, now we could all speculate on why he did it. You could say, well, maybe he's got the beginnings of dementia. Maybe he could be this. Maybe he could be that. I'm not going to speculate. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not here to give any type of medical advice. I'm just an entertainer. But whatever the reason is, he stepped down. Right or wrong? What's up there, Jay Frax? Justin Henry in the house. Wow. So who's gonna argue with me? I like to go when I make a debate. When I make arguments, I like to go step by step, step by step. You understand? Step by step. Who's gonna argue with me? Did President Joe Biden step down from another term running for president of the United States of America? Is that correct? Am I off in any way? I'm not off. Relax, Detective Pikachu. Let's talk about one thing at a time. So everyone unanimously agrees Joe Biden stepped down. He's not running for president. Now, who knows if he's even running the country? Some people are speculating it's Obama. Some people are speculating it's Kamala Harris running the country. They don't believe it's Joe Biden. But again, let's put all of these conspiracy theories to rest and let's focus on the facts, right? Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more. I said what I say. Anyway, Biden is sleeping. Biden has no idea what he's doing. Correct. This is correct. Now, I'm just trying to make a point because these people piss me off, all these liberal jerk-offs that come to my YouTube channel and they write all these comments. They piss me off, man. So they say they're coming up with every excuse in the book to defend Kamala. Every excuse in the book. She's not the president. She's the vice president. Okay. But since President Joe Biden has officially stepped down for running for the presidency, right? He endorsed, listen to me very carefully, Kamala Harris for president of the United States of America. He endorsed her. Okay. He said, and I will repeat, I have 100% confidence, not 50%. He didn't say 50%. He didn't say 60. He didn't say 70. He didn't say 80. He didn't say 90. He said 100% confidence in Kamala Harris. Okay. So let's go through this step by step like we're all friggin' 6-year-olds here. I'll make this very simple for you. So if Kamala Harris has his utmost confidence, right, his utmost trust, and he's endorsing her for president of the United States of America, and he's stepping down, right, he's no longer running for the presidency. You mean to tell me Kamala Harris cannot go to President Joe Biden and tell him, look, I got these ideas. I think it's going to make America, I'm not going to say great again because that's Trump. It's going to make America good again, okay? It's going to make America good again. I got these ideas. You mean to tell me she can't do that and let him get started with the process of presenting this to the House, her ideas, presenting them to the Senate, okay, for the potential of Joe Biden signing them into law. Like, for instance, the $25,000 down payment she wants to give Kamala Harris to first-time home buyers. She's in any which way you look at this, she's in office. She could get the ball rolling. She could speak to President Joe Biden. They could present this to the House. They could present this to the Senate. So now you might say this. Well, it'll never get passed. This could be another argument. But then if it's never going to get passed, then her ideas are what's called fantasy island. They're called in Italian, we say fugazi. They're fake. So it's either one or two things. We have to analyze. I wish that these people would come to my live stream and argue with me. Don't worry about my teeth, okay? Don't worry about my teeth, these freaking ball breakers here. Worry about the conversation we're having here. Worry about the conversation. See, all these people, you won't argue with me on my live stream. You're going to argue with me in the comments, okay? So why can't Kamala Harris, as Vice President of the United States of America, go to Joe Biden and start the ball rolling with her ideas? Okay, first-time home buyers, Joe, I want to give them $25,000 towards, a down payment assistance because housing is insane. Joe, first-time parents, I want to give them $6,000 so they could go buy a crib. Why can't she start the ball rolling? Get this to the Senate, get this to the House, and if it's passed, which it probably would never be passed because it's dreamland, her ideas, right? She might as well say she's going to give $1 million to people, like that. I'm seriously. She shouldn't stop at 25,000. She should go the full distance. Remember, like the movie Coming to America with Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy. Remember when Eddie Murphy Simi? Maybe he was at the Western Union and he says, "I am in dire needs, sire. I need $500,000 as soon as possible." And the woman at the Western Union, she thought he was a psychopathic Norman Bates. She said, "Why not ask for a cool million?" And he says, "You don't think that will be too much?" Nah. Okay, that's the same exact concept with Kamala Harris. Why stop that you want to give Americans $25,000? Why not say, I'm going to give all Americans a cool $1 million? Because it doesn't matter if she says she's going to give $1 million or $25,000. In both cases, it's not going to come true. It's dreamland. It's fantasy island. Like, that guy Tattoo. The plane. It's not realistic. Okay? How's everybody doing? Just one in. I think you're overthinking. You do with lack of intelligence is causing my balding. Listen, you want to laugh, Justin? I got hair all over my body. I am more hairier than a friggin' gorilla. And it's just unfortunate. It's like the luck of the Irish, but I'm Italian, that I lost hair on my head. Believe me, I would love to lose hair on other parts of my body. Unfortunately, that's not the case. It's on my head. Gabagool, forget about it. I was thinking about shaving it off. I was thinking about going the Vin Diesel look. Maybe I'll just get ripped up. I was thinking about it. Maybe I hit the gym. I'm a big guy. Maybe I hit the gym, get totally ripped up, and just shave the head. We'll see what happens with that. Angie, the woman with the hands of gold. I love Angie. Thank you, Angie. You always support me. I love you. So anyway, getting back to all of you mamalukes, to all of you stew nods that are trying to protect Kamala Harris. It doesn't make any sense. Listen to me. Any which way you twist this, she's the Vice President of the United States of America. Any which way you twist this, Joe Biden stepped down. He is no longer running for the presidency. Any which way you twist this, Joe Biden is endorsing Kamala Harris for President of the United States of America. She has his full 100% confidence. I don't care what any of you say, okay? You could all talk as much shit as you want in the comment section. The bottom line is this. There is no logistical reason why Kamala Harris can't prove to the American public that some of her actual ideas could become real. There's no logical reason. I don't care. You could say whatever you want to say. You could keep protecting her. Bull effing shit. It all was bullshit. It was an effing joke. Hey, when I think of you liberals, I hope you effing choke, okay? That's the bottom line. Amen. Trump, baby. There's no reason. She could go to President Joe Biden, who doesn't even know where the F he is. He's in the White House. He thinks he's in Club Med. The guy doesn't even know who he is. He doesn't know where he is. She could say, Joe. He'll immediately get scared when she walks in. He's gonna think it's like friggin' Tina Turner. What's love got to do? Got to do with it. May she rest in peace, the greatest. What's love but a second-hand emotion? Joe Biden's gonna have no idea who Kamala Harris is. She's gonna walk in. He's gonna think it's Whitney Houston. May she rest in peace. You know. The greatest love of all. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Anyway. Oh! That's all I have to say. Kamala Harris is lying to you. She is telling you what you want to hear. That's it. Okay? You can't compare her to Trump. Trump, everything that Trump said he did. Look. Everything, all the promises, he kept all of them. You know, they try to break his balls because he didn't complete the wall. But listen to me. This guy had opposition up his friggin' you know where, and he keeps fighting and fighting, and he did a tremendous, great job at the border. How could you compare the job that Trump did at the border to what Kamala Harris and Joe Biden did? Under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, we have seen illegal immigrants are ready to the tune of over 10 million people enter our country. How the F-U-C-K do you think that's a good thing? How the F-U-C, you stupid, low IQ, dumb mother effers, all of you that support her, you dumb idiots. How do you think it's a good thing that over 10 million illegal immigrants have entered our country? Now, again, I'll say it's alleged, but it's there's big speculation here. There's a lot of crazy shit going on. Like, I'll give you an example. In a lot of countries, like Venezuela, just example, okay? They're saying that they're making deals with these criminals. They're saying to these criminals, you want to get out of jail? Because these are killers, rapists, killers, murderers. They're facing a lifetime in prison. And they're saying to them in Venezuela, they're saying, would you like to get out of prison? Yes. All you have to do is go to the United States of America. We don't want you in our country because you are garbage. You are human scum. You are human trash. Okay? So we want to take our human shit and we want to throw it into America. Of course, that's why crimes are going down all around the world and crimes in the United States of America are going up. Okay? Now, I understand that everybody gets crazy with that comment that Trump said about the friggin' Haitian immigrants eating dogs, eating cats. But you want to know what? I know it's hard for all of you to believe. I actually think this is happening. Look, we've seen it. Me and my mother, right, Ma? We saw this woman. She picked up a cat. Again, I don't know if she was an illegal immigrant, but she picked up a cat in front of a whole bunch of people saw this, witnessed it. She killed the cat.
She stepped on his head.
She stepped on the cat's head, and she proceeded to eat the cat. Okay, we saw this happen. This is not bullshit. This is some real shit here. I'm not lying. Black power for the people. Not lying. It's the truth. There is a lot of shit. Ray M understands. There's a lot of sick shit going on. Yeah, just ate the cat raw. She stepped on the cat, broke the cat's skull, and then proceeded to eat it. Blacks for Trump. Listen, God bless. Under President Trump, you know, unemployment was at its lowest levels. Under President Trump, the economy was doing great. Now, here's another bullshit that people will say. A president doesn't dictate inflation. I understand all of that, but we could go all day and I could say this and you could say that. We could say this and you could say that. Times were better under President Trump. That's it. That's the bottom line. You need the bottom line. You want to hear just the finale. Under President Trump, look, I just spent $400 on food today. Thank God I have the money. Thank God that I have the money to do it because a lot of Americans don't. A lot of Americans don't. Okay, and what you're not understanding is that a lot of Americans are struggling. They eat peanut butter. I heard this story about, she's a nurse. Okay, she's a hero. God bless this beautiful woman, and she's making $40 an hour. She's working 80 hours a week. Do you know, after she pays all of her bills under the Biden administration and Kamala Harris, do you know that she eats only peanut butter? For breakfast she has peanut butter and jelly. For lunch she has peanut butter and jelly, and for dinner she has peanut butter and jelly. And this is a professional. This is a nurse. This is how crazy times I've gotten in America. She's making $40 an hour, and that's what she could. Oh, she said it got so bad she had to go to her mom, so the mother could front her money to buy a loaf of bread. She couldn't afford a loaf of bread. I mean, this is crazy. Save the cats. Vote Trump, baby. Save the dogs too. Kenny Rogers. No, I have to show you this video. I was watching this video. I'm gonna, Jennifer, remind me, Jen. I want to show that video about the nurse that she was making $40 an hour. Remind me later to make a video and to like attach it. I'm gonna make a video later tonight. It'll be on my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna show you, okay, that there was a professional woman, food stamps. You make me laugh. The food that I eat, Billy Crystal, is not food stamps. I got more Italian food than Tony Soprano right now. Forget about it. Trump 2024. I'm not lying. Look, Claudia, I will show you the video. All right? I will show you the video. Brooklyn in the house, baby. Oh, Lucky Lace. So, what else do you want to talk about? How about the rest of the world? How about we take a little break from America? Let's talk about the rest of the world. Okay, when Donald Trump was the president, everyone said that world leaders were not going to take him seriously, right? Everyone said that Kim Jong-un, North Korea, they were gonna, they call him Rocket Man. Remember, we called him Rocket Man. We got major trouble with North Korea, okay? Under President Trump, we had world peace. I don't know if you know this. We had world peace. He did wonders for Israel. We had world peace. What's happening under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? You have wars all around the world. You have wars in Israel. You have wars Ukraine, Russia, Iran. It's chaos. We're heading for World War III. Okay, and I don't want to scare people, but it could be really ugly. It could be really, really scary. Okay, that's why it's another thing. Under President Trump, we had world peace. World peace. And that's the bottom line. I mean, am I saying anything that's not factual? Okay, who could tell me right now that President Biden, when he called all the troops back, okay, he left Afghanistan with over $10 billion of state-of-the-art military equipment? Who's going to argue that? Is that true? Am I making this up? You think President Trump would do that? You think President Trump would have left over, like what? It was like $10 billion worth of state-of-the-art military equipment in the enemy's hands? Detective Pikachu. See, 100 people is watching me. Not too shabby, right? It's getting bigger and bigger. Apefather is going to be a star on YouTube. Remember, you could all say you knew me when. I'm going to be a shining star, no matter who you are. Shining bright to see you could truly be. Salud. Yeah, Detective Pikachu is definitely my enemy. Claudia, under President Biden, the stock market lost insane amounts of money. Retail lost in 2022 over $350 billion. Retail lost. Okay? Don't give me this shit. The stock market is booming. The stock market is only booming because there was such a bloodbath. There was such a bloodbath in the stock market that people lost their underwears. People lost everything they had to their names, like the Great Effing Depression, Claudia. It's like the Great Depression. People lost so much effing money under Biden, okay, that now, this is my theory. You want to hear what my theory is of the stock market? And I've been saying this for the longest time. I'm going to tell you what I feel a bull market and a bear market is, I'm going to explain it to you, the real true definition, okay? Not what you read, that you think it is. I'm going to educate you. Okay, a bull market comes right after a bear market. Okay, a bear market is when the hedge funds and all the corrupt mother effing criminals, I'll say it's all alleged, this is subject to my opinion, all the corrupt mother effers in Wall Street. You understand? You could call them the Illuminati, whatever you want to call these mother effers who control the financial world, who control everything, okay? They make a killing. They make a bloodbath. They suck all of our blood like effing Dracula. You understand? They take every last drop of blood out of our body. Now, here's the thing. They got to give you some crumbs back. Because if they don't give you the crumbs back, you're going to give up. It's the same thing in a casino. I'll give you an example. The casino and the stock market have a lot in common. Okay, you go to a casino, you notice at the very beginning, they make you win a couple of bucks when you're first starting out, when you're new. You make about 500, you make 1,000, you start screaming up and down, I'm a winner, winner, chicken dinner. Why do they do that? Because they want to make you an addict. They want to make you ever see the movie Steven Seagal Marked for Death? And remember, it was all the Jamaicans. Screw face man, what you want to do? What you want to do when they come for you? Screw face man. So what the Jamaicans would go to all the young kids, the teenagers, and they say, man, you want to try some of this blow, man? You want to try some of this? No, this will make you feel very sexy. Oh my God, this is gonna make you want to party all night long. All night long, all night. When you sniff the friggin' blow, when you sniff this blow, you're gonna want to party all night long. See, why do they do that? They give away free drugs to the teenagers. You know why? Because they want them to become an addict. They want them to become an addict. That's why all of these payment for order flow platforms, where they basically make a person can have single digits friggin' IQ, could have absolutely no investment experience whatsoever, but now they can invest in the stock market, on Robinhood, on Webull. Why did they create all of this payment for order flow? Because they want to create addicts. They want you to transfer your money into their hands. Remember, they control the dark pools. They control the stock market. Here's an example. Look at what's happening right now to DJT, which is the Donald Trump stock, if you're not aware of it, okay, which was, first DWOC, and then it merged, and the new ticker symbols became DJT, which is Donald John Trump, okay? Now, here's the thing. Look at this stock. This stock went to the bottom of the ocean. Are you kidding me? After a second failed assassination attempt, this thing should be over 100 right now. This thing should be over 100. After a friggin' second failed assassination attempt, you got to be shitting me. You got to be shitting me. Okay? But why is this happening? Because there is a lot of criminals in Wall Street, which is why Donald Trump said himself. Can I tell you what Donald Trump is doing? First of all, he made a promise on day one of his presidency, he will fire Gary Gensler, that piece of shit. He will fire him, the current chairman of the SEC. Second thing he did, he had Devin Nunes, the CEO of Truth Social, open up a probe and contacted all the allies at the House, okay, to investigate potential stock manipulation in DJT. So he's doing it. Look, he's on our side. Trump is a retail investor. Trump has over 115 million shares. And another thing, Trump makes this a major announcement that he's not going to sell any of his DJT shares. Think about that. That alone should have made DJT friggin' like, the roof is on fire. The roof is on fire. Just the fact that he said, because I don't know if you're following this, they had a 6-month lockup period where all the insiders of DJT could not sell. Basically, on Thursday, all of that changes. On Thursday, all the insiders could sell. But Trump vowed to not sell any of his DJT stock. That alone should have made this thing go through the effing roof. So you got a second failed assassination attempt. You got the fact that Trump says he's not going to sell any of his DJT shares. And this shit goes to the bottom of the ocean, Luca Brasi style. This thing goes to the lowest level possible. And you think this is fair? You think this is fair, right? Everything with you morons is fair. Stock market is fair. Life is fair. Nothing is fair. This is a corrupt world, mother effers. It's corrupt. It's corrupt. There are criminals, and we need to drain the swamp. You think that Joe Biden doesn't even know the difference between the swamp and his friggin' bathtub. Okay, he's going to drain the swamp. Okay? You think Kamala Harris is going to drain the swamp? She looks like a friggin' sea monster. Oh! So the bottom line is this. We need someone who's for the people. We need someone who wants to make America great again. We need someone who wants to make our children's future brighter. I'm sorry, but that's Trump for me, baby. Trump. Trump for me, baby. Trump. Trump is for me, baby. Gonna drive you crazy. Gonna make 1 trillion videos. Trump, Trump, Trump. Win, win, win. Matter of fact, I wrote a song called Win. You know the movie Rocky? Remember Adrian? She only had to say one word to Rocky. What was that one word? Win. I wrote a song for Trump called Win. Look it up on YouTube. Apefather, win. No, we need change. And what's the change? What's the change? High flyer. Instead of 10 million illegal immigrants entering our country, 20 million illegal immigrants will enter our country. Is that the change you want? Is that the change you want? How do you think that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, what's the change that you're going to get under them? They're not for Americans, these mother effers. That's why he calls Comrade Harris. These people are for immigrants coming into our country. They're for not the good immigrants. Let me be clear, because people always misunderstand. America was built on immigration. We need good people to come into this country. We need good people who have good skills, that are good people. We need them. But they have to come through our country through a legal process where we do a full background check. We know everything about these people. They can't just come into our country and seek asylum. Get the F out of here with this shit. Get the F out of here. Like I told you, in countries, they're making deals with killers that are in jail for the rest of their lives. This was on Dr. Phil. Like, you should watch this. And he had a very, very good source. I'm not going to mention it. You can watch the video for yourself. That it's very, very known throughout even our country that these criminals that are in jails, they're in jail for murder, for rape, for drugs. I'll say it's alleged to protect myself. I'll say it's alleged, but according to even, Dr. Phil said that Homeland Security knew about it. I'll say it's alleged, but this is what he's saying, that they're aware of it. This is Dr. Phil. This is not me. So yell at Dr. Phil if you want to argue. But he said that it is a very, very well-known fact that these prisoners, these rapists, these killers that are in jail in other countries, in Venezuela or in other countries, are coming into our country. And how could you be okay with that? How could you be okay with that? But I mean, okay, but Claudia, are you okay with that though? That's the question. Let's put aside the prove it for a second. The first question is, are you okay with that? Because it's very, very, very possible it's happening. Because like I said, there are many people that are saying that Homeland Security knows about this. Again, I'll say it's alleged. There are many people, very prominent, powerful people in our government that are aware of this. And I'm just telling you that, look, here's the facts. 10 million, you want to hear facts? Okay. 10 million illegal immigrants have entered our country under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Now, the question is, out of those 10 million, okay, how many of them are killers? How many of them are rapists? How many of them could be terrorists? Okay? And the point is, why do you want to let any illegal immigrant? This is the simple thing. Why are we helping these people, you stupid mother effer? Why are we giving these people free housing? Why are we giving these people free medical insurance? Why are we giving these people free food for? So they can come and rape our women and kill our children? What's the matter with you people? Are you all were you born dumb? Or was it a gradual process? Claudia, I'll tell you what. Why don't you let these illegal immigrants into your home for the night? You want to talk the talk, Claudia? You got to walk the walk, mother effer. Listen, you want to talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. So I'll tell you what, you think these are good people, right? Let them in your house, Claudia. Do it. Do it, Claudia. Let them in your house. Let them sleep in the bedroom next to your children. But you see, you won't do that. See, you won't, you'll just talk all this shit, okay? You'll talk all this garbage, but you will not walk the walk. You won't do it. And you know I'm right. Look, even a Hispanic says I agree here. No, you won't do it, Claudia. Claudia, you won't do it. Claudia, people like you make me physically sick, and I'll tell you the reason why. Because there's either one or two things you have to do in this world. You talk about me proving it. You have to practice what you preach. You have to practice what you preach. You prove it. You prove it. If these are all good people coming into our country, let them in your house and let them sleep next to your children. But you won't do that. You will not do that. You'll just talk all this shit. Because you know I'm right. And you know that President Trump is right. We need to have strong borders. Now, again, I want to repeat to you, what made America great? Immigration. And I'm going to tell you something. Now, this is actually something that's against Republicans, what I'm about to say. Are you ready? Because I'm not no brainwashed Republican. I don't even like to call myself a Republican. People sometimes ask me, they're like, hey, Father, are you a Republican or are you a Democrat? You know what I say? I'm an American. Because I want what's best for America. So I'm going to tell you something that's against Republican thinking now. I would like to speed up the process. Listen to this. And get good immigrants into our country faster. You know, I was talking to this gentleman the other day, and he was telling me, hey, Father, I agree with everything you're saying, that we need to have, a legal process. Immigrants have to be fully checked out. They have to go through a legal process to get in our country. But he actually made me cry almost on the phone. He said, you have no idea how hard it was for my father to come into America from Europe. He said it cost him so much ridiculous amounts of money. And he said it was a decade. It took a 10-year process. Now, that's too long. That's too long. That's crazy. It should have taken 10 effing years. And it shouldn't be about money either. Look, if we could verify that someone is not affiliated with terrorists or killers or rapists, they have no criminal background, they're good people, they have a good trade, they have something good, positive to offer America. In my opinion, if I was the president, I would speed up the process. I would make it much easier to become a United States citizen and get a green card. I would make it a very simple process, but we have to do the background check. Everything has to first, all the checks have to be, all the boxes have to be checked first. But it shouldn't take 10 years. That's insane. Okay, so see, that's what I'm trying to make you understand. I'm not no brainwashed mother effer. I believe that immigrants made America great, and I believe it will continue. Immigrants will continue. There are such good people out there. And my heart breaks. I know that there are good people out there that are suffering. I saw this story the other day. There was this beautiful mother of two in Mexico, and she broke my heart. She was saying how she was getting, raped, and there's all these like gangs in Mexico, and it's crazy, man. And she's like, all I care about at this point is my children. I want to give my children a better life. Now, you take a situation like this. Why are you going to make that poor mother suffer? Why are you going to make, again, I'll say it's all alleged, but this is stuff I hear on the internet. I don't want to get myself, this is stuff I hear. But why you want to make someone like this suffer? Now, you might say, well, rush her into the country to get asylum. You can't do that. I know it's effed up, but you can't, but what you should do is speed up the process. Speed up the process. There's got to be a better way that we could do a background check where it doesn't have to take an insane, ridiculous amount of money or a ridiculous amount of time. There's got to be a better system. There has to be a better system. So that's just my feelings on that. Now, another thing that I am against Republicans with, because everyone thinks that I'm this brainwashed Republican. If someone has a true disability, look, we know that there are people that are taking advantage of our system, okay, that they're claiming they're disabled, but they're not disabled, so they can get Social Security disability. My wife, okay, worked during 9/11. My wife, unfortunately, of no fault of her own, got breast cancer because they told her that the air quality was okay. I'm not just talking about 9/11. I'm talking after 9/11. She worked after 9/11 for years, and it turned into stage 4 turned down. I'll tell you something. You want to hear sick shit? My wife got for Social Security disability. This is someone who paid her taxes, paid disability, paid Social Security, everything. Every year, worked over 20 years of her life. She got turned down for Social Security disability. Why? Because she stopped working. It was like 2009 when she stopped working. Thank God I was making enough money to support ourselves, our family. And what happened was she didn't actually apply for Social Security disability till many, many years later. She didn't realize that she stopped working because she was in a lot of discomfort and pain, but she didn't realize it. She didn't know what was causing it. And then finally she found out it was breast cancer and that it turned to stage 4. And basically Social Security screwed her. They said, because you stopped working in 2009 and you applied for Social Security disability in 2017, you're not eligible. And you get these illegal immigrants that come into our country. They get free housing, they get free medical, they get food. Forget about it. Okay, this is insane. What I love about President Trump, he puts America first. He puts America first. That's what we have to do. We can't be the savior of the world's problems before we solve our problems. Isn't that logical? Like, let me ask you a question. If you have a family, right, and your family currently had problems, God forbid your child was an alcoholic or something, God forbid, you got to take care of your children, all right? You got to make sure your children get on the right path. You got to help your family. You can't go out there and help the whole world when you have trouble at the home base. You understand what I'm trying to say to you? Same concept here. We can't help the whole entire world. We got to help America. We got to get America back on track. I do believe Trump cares. Listen, how else do you explain it? How else do you explain it? The guy's a multi-billionaire. The guy's a multi-billionaire. He doesn't have to be doing this shit. The guy already had 2 assassination attempts on his life. He had 2 assassination attempts on his life. So why would he do this for? Why is he doing this? It's because he loves America. It's because he wants to give our children, all of us, a better future. Trump is not poor. If you know anything about Trump, his stake in DJT alone is worth over $2 billion. That's not poor. When you have when you have a stake in DJT of over $2 billion, you're not poor. And then his real estate's another 3 or 4 billion. How do you consider him poor, you sick lunatic? Do you have $6 billion? I don't think so. Trump is a great family man. Look at the way his children turned out. That's how you can tell someone's a great family man. His children are all college educated, well mannered, great kids. He did a great job as a father. But anyway, it's about close to 40 minutes here. I want to do a little less in terms of long lives. I've been doing a lot of these lives where they're an hour or more. I want to do less so that this way I could do more quantity. I want to do more quantity of lives. So I'm going to be ending this right now. God bless all of you. Please subscribe to my channel. There's a lot of stuff that goes over my channel. It's not just politics, if you don't know. Apefather, I just bought $400 worth of food at Zano's of Brooklyn today. A lot of my channel has to do with food. You got to check out some amazing videos, like search on YouTube for Apefather for my famous 16-patty Whopper at Burger King. I ordered the largest Whopper in Burger King history and ate it, by the way. Search for Apefather 16-patty Whopper. Search on YouTube for Apefather Outback Steakhouse. I ordered a 150-ounce prime rib. It is the largest prime rib ever ordered and eaten in the history of Outback Steakhouse. On top of that, check out my original music. I'm a piano player, singer, songwriter. Mostly, I don't really sing. I sing for recreation, but I am a kick-ass piano player. I kick ass and take names on the piano. So check out my original music. So there's a lot of stuff. I got jokes, comedy, food, stocks, politics. I do it all, baby. I do it all, and I do it now. Please subscribe and like my channel, Apefather. And if you get a chance, check out my second YouTube channel. I have a second one. It's called, we'll get bad, I got to say it, Richie Lavoie, L.E. My son gets mad. He's like, don't say your real name. Everybody knows my real name anyway. Richie Lavoie, L.E. V as in Victor, O.I. The Brooklyn Song viral video. So if you search on YouTube, Richie Lavoie, Levoi, the Brooklyn Song viral video. That's my second YouTube channel. It's exclusively for one song, one of my original songs, called The Brooklyn Song. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, baby. 70s and the 80s, the 90s. It's all about my favorite restaurants in Brooklyn, New York. It's all about food, loving food, eating food like a king, baby. God is king. God is good. God is good. God is on our side. God bless. So with that said, we got a fellow New Yorker in the house. You should search for my song. Just check it out, the Brooklyn Song. You'll love it. And another song I wrote is called I'm a New Yorker. That's like a really got a cool blues vibe to it. Apefather, search for Apefather on YouTube. I'm a New Yorker. God bless all of you. God bless your families. I will be back very soon. This video is not financial advice. I am not a financial planner. This video is not legal advice. I am not a lawyer. I'm not a judge. This video is not political advice. I am not a politician. Not yet. Not yet. But I am the world's greatest entertainer who has ever lived on planet Earth and the entire universe. The one, the only Apefather in the house, baby. Wow! I'll be back later.